This exercise covers autonomous driving in Singapore. Autonomous driving is also known as self driving. This refers to technology that enables your car to drive by itself without human intervention. Self driving cars must use 360-degree network sensors, AI, software, and actuators, among other components, which are required for operation. Some cars use vehicles to everything, which is a form of advanced technology that allows them to communicate with other cars, share information, and react to events in the now. There are five levels of autonomy. The lowest ones are 0 to 2, which require full time human involvement. Level 5 is the highest and allows a car to drive by itself. In Singapore, you have collective demographics such as casual users, tourists, student drivers, and prominent and well known multinational corporations that actively invest in self driving cars for different purposes. Autonomous driving plays a significant role in an open, broad range of sectors such as transportation and logistics, food delivery, and retail. In the past decade, Uber rival Grab partnered with Singapore based Nutonomy to provide public trials for self driving cars. Currently, Pony.ai and ComfortDelGro are teaming up to launch self driving cars, starting with Singapore's Punggol district. Self driving cars allow Singapore to use its land more efficiently by improving traffic flows and reducing parking lot spaces that can be used for other purposes, such as community hubs. They can also provide on demand services to low demand and underserved areas, benefiting people such as those with disabilities and senior citizens, which are part of vulnerable populations. Many people tend to behave in ways that can be considered unpredictable, irrational, or possibly illegal, which throw AV systems off so they struggle to respond effectively. Unsurprisingly, the tropical climate and heavy rainfall in Singapore can worsen sensor performance, elevating safety risks in the process. As an ideal testbed for adaptable companies, Singapore supports pro AV initiatives and investments and provides high quality infrastructure which boosts economic growth. New job opportunities are created in various fields such as maintenance and data analysis, which encourages the shift to autonomous driving. Even though many Singaporeans are open to adapting and new technologies, higher costs can make AVs less affordable and less to adopt and easy to adopt. High profile accidents, cyber attacks, security breaches, and job losses, among other concerns, can and will deter public trust and acceptance, which can make more people resistant to change. Driverless vehicles are used in geofenced areas across Singapore for testing and pilot programs by companies who specialize in public transport, delivery, cleaning services, ride sharing, retail, and logistics. This plays a key role in Singapore's Smart Nation vision that addresses concerns about the workplace and transportation through autonomous driving. Some locations that are well known primary focus areas for Metropolitan are Pongal, Nian Polytechnic, Resorts World Sentosa, and Esplanade Theaters on the Bay. In Singapore, companies, tourists, drivers, and other customers have been testing and using driverless vehicles since as early as 2011. In August of 2016, Singapore launched the world's first public robotaxi service in the One North district. And just last year, the first robobus service was launched at Resorts World Sentosa, which is a major milestone. Today, customers continue to test and use self driving cars for different purposes. By 2040, the country's AV market will reach Singapore dollars, basically 1.698 trillion Singapore dollars, which is equivalent to 1.3 trillion US dollars by designing cars to run on cleaner energy and be fully integrated into its vision. One of the biggest barriers to achieving this goal is the complexity of Singapore's environments that lead to problems with sensor performance, And some other barriers include, but are not limited to, connectivity gaps, resistance to change, job loss fears, and cyber attacks. Self driving vehicles can solve issues related to the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals in Singapore in numerous ways, which include, but are not limited to, reducing labor shortages, addressing air pollution, improving resource efficiency, and increasing accessibility for everyone, including vulnerable populations. These are the Sustainable Development Goals that they solve. This is going to be a long list. Goal 3, good health and well being. Goal 7, affordable and clean energy. Goal 8, decent work and economic growth. Goal 9, industry, innovation, and infrastructure. Goal 10, reduced inequalities. Goal 11, sustainable cities and communities. Goal 12, responsible consumption and production. Goal 13, climate action. And Goal 17, partnerships for the goals. When you think about it, may not be as when you think about it, it's not really as long of a list, but it's still quite a long list. The goal of two truths, one lie is to essentially spot the lie among three statements. Driverless vehicles are used in public geofenced areas across Singapore for test and pilot programs across sectors such as delivery and logistics. One of the Sustainable Development Goals that autonomous driving solves in Singapore is Goal 10, which reduces inequalities within vulnerable populations. This also includes inequalities within other populations. There are 5 levels of autonomy, of which level 0 allows the car to drive without human intervention.